All right, CSS battle time. Let's see what we have today. We have, I don't know, my handcuffs. Yeah. All right. So, this looks to me like some radial gradients. It could be some other things, but it looks to me like radial gradients. So I'm going to start with a radial gradient. It's going to go from this yellow color to this color. It's going to get a 1Q ratio, and this is going to be, I don't know what it is, 80 pixels. Too big, but we'll deal with that in a minute. It has an offset of 50%. No, it doesn't work there. I could say at, but I don't think I want to do that. So what is that? That's actually zero. It's zero. And then minus 40 pixels. 60. Yeah, too big. 60, 70, 65. That looks about right. And then this will be 70, not 700, 75. That looks about right. Okay, now I'm going to select my body and rotate 180 degrees. Now the problem is this. So let's make this, or I don't know what, minus B, and close. And then down here, minus B is transparent. And then this one is bar, and this isn't going to be short. Doing it this way is not going to be short, but it's going to maybe get me somewhere. And this color. So there are the two circles, the two outer circles or lower circles maybe. Then I'm going to need a paragraph tag. So it needs to be there. Delete at the closing. LN 1 pixel solid like I always do to find it. Height 50 pixels, not type 60. Margin minus 150, 100. Where did it go? There it is. Minus 10, minus 50. It's pushing that up. Why is it pushing that up? Because of collapsing margins? Oh, because I'm rotated. I'm rotated. I'm upside down. That's why. Okay, that helps. Can I get rid of that? I don't know. Let's put it back. Okay. Height 70, 80. Margin 75. Then height 100. Looks close-ish. This is more 140. 2. And then it also has a conic gradient. Background. Conic gradient. It's going to go from yellow to orange to yellow. Not conic gradient, though, radial gradient. Just like I've typed everywhere else. 40 pixels. Can't tell if that's remotely right, because none of the other values are there. 0, 50 pixels. Too big. 30. 40. 0. Get rid of the outline to see if that's a match. Looks pretty okay. There's a little line at the bottom. I don't know. Not quite a match. 74. Okay, so that's a match. Now, how do we make this less terrible? Because right now it's pretty terrible. Um, I don't know the answer, can I make this not here, but a fallback there? I can, but it covers up the thing. That's what I was afraid of it doing. Well, let's see. Let's actually make this not fail. Yeah, then it still covers up the other thing. Okay. So that doesn't work. What I could do, don't love this. It's more selectors. But maybe a selector is worth the price of a variable. The other thing I could do is have it collapse to. So right now, basically, it says 0 and infinity effectively here, but we could make it a value. Let's make it 100 pixels. And that surprisingly works. What if we make this 65 pixels? That is not what I was expecting to happen. Let's try something else. Let's try 65 pixels there. Let's try 100% here. And then it doesn't matter what we put there. It still works. All right, let's get rid of, let's make it more obvious what I'm doing. And by more obvious, I mean to me. Is it possible to make the bed collapse to 0? Evidently it is not. Okay, so if that's not possible, can we add more color stops? So we could have this color 0, 100%. Then we'd have this color 0, I don't know, 200 pixels, and then transparent. We'll make this 250. This would need to be something else, 65 pixels. And now let's apply that to the body also. Okay, so the body is now hiding everything. But if instead of 250 pixels here, we said that this was a variable, I'd call it S for size, I don't know why. And we said S0, now we can see them both. Now, if instead, let's see, this is 65 pixels, which, okay, let's say var R because it's near S in the alphabet. And we said R0, we get that. Now, we put our paragraph back. Let's put this back. Not move that a little bit, but that's okay. There's that back. Now, 12 minutes. Now, the gradient is inherited. So let's say that the yellow, which is controlled by R, is, I don't remember what the numbers were, 40 pixels. The orange needs to be 50 pixels. I don't know how to do, we don't have any variables for that right now. But then we could say we need another stop. We need another color stop for that to work. So what I was trying to do is use this radial gradient again, but it needs to go yellow, orange, yellow, which not impossible. We would just have to have yellow again. We would also have to move this thing. So this would have to become a variable. And then that. Not loving this. So what are some other options? Borders are an option. For the two balls, yeah, borders are an option. You still have to have, I mean, you can do borders for the other thing, but it's going to get long and I don't know, I don't think it's right. I think that's a conic gradient, or not a conic gradient. I keep saying that, radial gradient. So to create this one and this one, you can do font tricks. It's not that hard to do font tricks to get these both to go to 0. It's harder with the last one, I think. Well, at least we'll have it set up right now. And I don't think this matters. Yeah. So this would need to be RT, because it's near R and S. I don't know. 50 pixels. And then this one would be what? 0250. And then yellow. This would be bar U because it's a close letter to the others. I expected that one to draw somewhere. Why has it not? I mean, that kind of works. The sizes are wrong, but it kind of works. 30 and 40. That's a billion characters. 3 minutes left. So let's see what we can play with to make it less characters. So let's put the orders the same at least. R, T. Okay, so instead of 65 pixels here, we could use some number of M, 4.06 M, which is beautiful. And here we could say font 0 and get rid of R and get rid of, oh no, we can't get rid of R because R needs to become 30 pixels in M. Which is, it doesn't matter what it is. So it's 4 divided by 30. I'm not sure that's the number I need. Font. I don't know. 5 pixels. Four. Okay, so that's the inside. I don't know why it moved. Let's undo. All right, it removed as a result of the previous change that I made, which is this. Yeah, that moves it. Why that moves it, I'm not quite sure. Can I fix it? Yeah. All right. And I'm out of time. Uh, so because I'm out of time, this is just chasing font tricks. I'm going to stop here. If I get a better solution, I'll add it to this one. If you want to see font tricks, I'll put up a separate stupid video with just me chasing font stuff. Anyway, if I don't add to this, thanks for watching. See you next time. Alright, so I mentioned a font tricks video didn't really pan out, so not doing anything with it. I have gotten some better scores. I changed things up completely. I have just an HTML selector here where I'm specifying a border radius of 9 inches. Could be anything, could be 2 inches, something big. I tend to use 9 inches. It doesn't matter what the number is. It's margined into place. So top margins 10, side margins are 135, bottoms 250 to make it a circular shape. Since I'm using box shadow anyway to create the orange thing below, right here, I went ahead and used box shadow to create the slate, I don't know what color it is, background. This stuff over here, just again, a big number here that covers everything, and then the color information. Then on the body, I put a radial gradient. 1Q to make a circle doesn't particularly matter for the HTML, but I need it for the body in a minute. So 1Q, the yellow color at 5M to make it big enough to fill in this. Then the orange color to 40 pixels, and then the yellow color again. So what you see is actually this radial gradient is coloring this, and at 5M, I don't know what 5M is, something big. 5M is 80 pixels, so it's bigger than this. So we get all yellow. Then down here in the body, I margin it into place, just get this square in the middle here. And then I just say font 6. So 6 times 5 is 30. So that gets you a 30 pixel inner part of the gradient, then 10 more pixels for the orange, and then it goes back to yellow. And that's what draws the inner part there. So I haven't checked if this is actually a match. That should be something I do. So let's check. Yeah, so that's what I ended up with. I am not, it's better than my initial solutions, still not great. It is what it is. That's it for today. I have things I got to do. So thanks for watching and see you next time.